What up, man? All right, so what's up, guys? Victor Bell Jr. Thanks for tuning into today's VBTV, Why Real Estate Investing is the Best Vehicle. And I'm going to go over a couple of things with you. So if you're new to this, if you haven't heard of me before, again, my name is Victor Bell Jr. I've been investing in real estate for 20 years full time. So I've been in the trenches, been drugged through the mud a bunch of times. I'm not one of those guys who brags about never losing and all this stuff. I've lost my ass. And I've made a shit ton of money. So I cuss, guys. I'm just fresh out the gate. So hopefully you guys either like me, don't like me. If you don't, I get it too now. But I've done it. I've been where you are. I've sat where you've sat. I went to those seminars. I'm like, man, oh, this is awesome. And I leave and then I make money, come back. And then I come back and I'm like, why isn't everybody else doing good? What happened? And I can tell you Zach, talk about it all the time. Like, it's going to take 20 times the amount of effort than you thought, 20 times the amount of energy that you thought, but you can win this game. And I suggest you play the game to win, right? It's pretty good. Hashtag play the game to win. So anyways, this is Vic. Knowing that up front, I've done millions of dollars in real estate deals. I've done millions of dollars in negotiations in these deals. I'm not licensed. I'm just a real estate investor. I'm a normal guy. I'm a regular dude. I got a wife. I got kids. I got grandkids. I'm that dude, just like you, or a woman, just like you. Like, I wanted to succeed. So I want to help you guys do the same thing because someone did it for me. All right. So with all of those things, I got a best-selling book. I got my real estate acquisition company, and I also have a business program company where we train real estate investors, negotiation, closes, sales training for buyers. Like, who has a sales training for buyers? Like, you got to sell to buy property. It's called buy or die. If you don't buy, your business is dead. If you have a real estate business, it's dead in the water if you don't buy stuff. So you better learn how to sell. Sell yourself, sell your ideas. I've done creative real estate investing. Unlike other people, I didn't have good credit. I didn't have money. I didn't have family members who were able to give me money. I didn't have a ton of contacts with people who knew me. Like, when I started this, I got out of the military, started selling drugs, was on probation when I got busted, and had to get a job because if you're on probation, you got to get a job. Just give you some backdrop so you know. Like, that was the catalyst. I was like, oh my God, is this what people do for their life? Like, I don't want to do this. I knew even as a kid I wanted to make a lot of money and be rich. But being on probation, being stuck at a job, not getting paid for 2 weeks, like, I was like, there's got to be more to my life than this, because that's the truth of where I was headed. I got a book from the store. I didn't even buy the book. I sat on the floor. I read that book. And I would go back to work and I would remember what was done. Eventually, 2 weeks went by. I bought the book. That's how cheap I was. I didn't want to spend the money on the book because I wasn't sure it was going to work. Went to my job, sat down with the book, the phone, the newspaper, and I read the script out of the book. The book was called Fast Cash with Ron LeGrand, right? It was a no money down book. And eventually, I got to someone who would listen to me and said yes to me. Ridiculous. I was like, I can't believe this works. Like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Like, someone said yes. So I'm afraid. The book also said call other people. So I dialed trying to find a partner on this deal. And I found one person in Austin, Texas, who would actually listen to me. His name was Bob Leonetti. Bob was like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing, do you? I was like, no. I was like, come into my office tomorrow. So I came into his office, I sat down, and he helped me. That's why I'm doing this. Because I wanted someone to just see potential in me. I wasn't a bad dude. I wasn't a drug dealer because I never did drugs, right? I sold drugs. I had to make money, right? Other businesses and jobs I had, I got fired from. I didn't understand. I always go against the status quo. I just knew I was supposed to be more. Bob helped see, he saw that in me. And if you're like me, you know that, and maybe you're just looking for somebody to see it in you. So that's why this is important to me. I want to serve a purpose because I knew that if I was able to figure this out, I can make money at this. I wanted to help other people. I got friends in the military that get out. I got entrepreneurs that have businesses that are doing good, but they're not in real estate. I got real estate investors that are doing real estate and not doing good. Like, they go to seminars for years and still don't get deals because maybe they make so much money they can't let go of the security blanket on this side to go to the thing on this side, which is the real estate investing. Dude, that's wrong. That's wrong. You're going to have to move to this space, and that's what today's about. So the 6 reasons that real estate investing is the best way to go as a vehicle. And I want to say it's a vehicle as a business. I do it full time. I treat real estate as a business. Single family houses, I'm not a fan of as it relates to holding on to them. I don't wholesale. I'm not a flipper. I don't like fixing up stuff. I make way more money with the paint with the ink pen than I would ever with the paintbrush. You can ask my wife Sharon. I don't even like to cut the grass. We would pay somebody to cut the grass. I don't fix my own car. I don't do any of that stuff. Not because I'm lazy, but I just don't want to do it. So why would I get real estate as a business and try to do that and pretend that I like it? I won't make money. I'll hate it, right? So for you guys that think that's the only way, wholesale flip, get a contract, sell your contract to people, hope and pray. That's not my game. I can't teach you what I don't do. I've done that and it's worked for me, but I don't do that as a business model. That's not my business model, right? So we're going to go through why this is a business, why real estate's important to you, why you got to look at this as the number one investing opportunity, investment vehicle to invest in and as a business. And if you don't do this, I can tell you, your life will be weird 20, 30, 40 years down the road because you will not have played the number one game in the world to create wealth, to be rich, to be successful. And if you're watching me, dude, you got to want to make money because I want to make money. I want to help you make money. I want to help change your world. All right. So I was watching a movie last night. If you've ever watched it, it's called Founder. It's on Netflix, and it was about Ray Kroc at McDonald's. So I didn't know the whole story. You know, everybody thinks they know, they don't know. Ray Kroc created McDonald's. He did it, right? The whole name of the Ray Kroc's life changed working with the McDonald brothers. But it didn't change working with the McDonald brothers, and I wrote this down because I'm long-winded, as you can tell. I get pumped. I'm like high energy. I'm too much for some people. Hey, that's good. If you're this way, man, real estate's your game because like you want people like yourself around you, right? That's why I'm doing this. Anyways, so I didn't know the story behind it, but here was the tipping point for Ray. He was busting his hump. He was doing the franchises for the McDonald brothers, and it was a business. He was going out. He was making sure, like, good guys don't always win. Ray was a good dude. He was a great salesperson. He was out. He could sell an idea if he believed in it. He believed in the idea, kept a roof over his head for him and his wife. But he wanted more. He wanted bigger. So even though he had taken the risk on the business of McDonald's and the burgers, it wasn't until he was already losing everything. His house was mortgaged and he was going down. All of the negotiation and practice and trying to get these other guys to want to make more money in the business, holding him back, that he meets somebody in the bank that said, hey, let me point something out to you. Maybe I can help you, right? What was the help? The awakening moment that he had to get Ray to see that you're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business. Shift your thinking to below ground. Controlling up, right? So they moved from being in the burger business to the real estate business, and then they realized, or Ray realized, that all of the money that he could make to be able to control and to build wealth and to create these assets and money that he really needed to support himself to build big came from owning the real estate underneath the business. Walt Disney, everyone loves Disney. Everyone loves it. But in the end, what do they have? It's the real estate that they're able to control that generates the income for them. Right? One of my heroes, Harry Helmsley, used to own the Empire State Building prior to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's one of my heroes too. It's the creative structure, the creative financing that they could generate through real assets, something you can see, smell, touch. Because if you're like me, I love real estate, which means I'm a superiority guy. I want to own more property than you. I want to own that nice property. I want to own more stuff on the street. I want to see it, smell it, touch it. He was able to negotiate creative financing deals, subject to deals, seller finance deals, buy down stuff. Hey, I'll put X amount of dollars down. I'll take over the property. I'll renegotiate this thing for you. Let me just take this thing over. Trump too. Real estate. That's the game. Everyone we know at some point, it's never the business that we see. It's the real estate business that we ignore if we don't look at the truth of what's really there. And I want to share that with you. I'm going to sell you on the idea that real estate is the best investment in the world, and you should play this game, right? If you're like some of my friends getting out of the military, still in the military, some of my friends that own businesses, or some of my friends that just work a job, or some of them that have their own practice or their own, whatever it is that they do, higher income, low income, middle income, doesn't matter. Real estate doesn't give a shit about who you are, race, your back. People come from other countries. It doesn't care whether you're ugly, which you should be attractive. It doesn't care whether you're pretty or handsome, if you're a woman or a man. It doesn't care whether you speak English or don't speak English. It doesn't care whether you graduated from high school, graduated from college, whether you are a doctor or attorney or professor. None of that matters to real estate. It's a non-emotional asset class that is a real asset class that says, hey, look, if you play the games, you win this game, you do what's required, and you do what you say, you can win it. That's why I love this game, man. Man, it's equal playing field. All you got to do, work your ass off, right? Double down on the efforts. That's how you win. All right, so hopefully I sold you on that. And I got a couple more things for you too. I talk fast. That's another thing to succeed in business. Be fast. The fast eat the slow. No one wants to see someone walking around weird and slow, right? Because I don't. I hate people. You cross the crosswalk walking slow. I like the world. Oh my gosh! You let me be able to run over one person a year, like The Purge, that movie, kill one person a year. It would always be someone in the crosswalk walking slow. So that said, let's get into it. So the reason real estate is the best vehicle as a business and any other vehicle to be able to create wealth, make a lot of money, get rich, create success for you, your family, and the people that you care about, and the people you don't know yet. All right. So number one, there's no cap on the money that you can make. There's no money cap. Dude, you can make $1 billion. You can make 100 grand a year. Doesn't matter. Totally up to you. You can make zero money if you just want to buy and donate real estate back. Then you can write off taxes. There's no limit. There's no cap. I don't know another business that eventually doesn't cap out, right? Real estate as an investment, real estate, like property, as a business to generate money, wealth. There's no cap rate on the amount of money that you can make, so there's no ceiling. So there's no bar to entry. There's no bar to exit. There's no cap on the money. Dude, you can't beat that ever. Like there's other ones too, but I don't know those. I know this one. I've been playing this game, so I'm sharing that with you. I want to sell you on this idea for you to move into this space with me, by yourself, learn from me, learn from everybody that you can, educate yourself on this. You have to be in this game. Really, seriously, I really mean that for you and your family. All right, so number two, it's real estate. You can see it, smell it, touch it. Like I said, I'm an instant gratification guy. I want to know what's happening. I want to feel superior to my friends. I had a dream when I was a kid because one of my aunts made me mad that I was going to be old enough and I was going to buy her property and kick them out. That was my dream. Because it was real to me as a kid. I could see you have this, and if I eventually own that, I can get rid of you. That was basic math for me. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but that it's real. You can see it, smell it, touch it. If you get a partner, you borrow money from them, you can drive them by. You can tell the story of the property. You can say what you're going to do to it. You can get somebody else to draw a picture of a real thing for you, show it to them, and they can get the vision of where things are headed. But real estate itself is a real thing. You can't do that with stocks. You can't do that with Bitcoin. You can't do that with 401ks. You just get a spreadsheet piece of paper like, okay, I think I own this. And if someone rips that piece of paper, falls out of your pocket onto the ground and gets trampled to death, that was what you had to use to prove that the money, the wealth, or whatever it is that you own exists. But not with real estate. It's a real thing, right? Look it up. Next, number three, it creates cash flow. So I'm going to suggest to you guys that if you're going to get real estate, you're going to find a way to either turn and burn that money, where the flow of cash comes to you from other people, or the flow of cash comes through your efforts out. So whereas you're going to turn and burn a property, make money, put that money into something else that's also real estate related. There's some level of flow of cash that you can actually control the flow of cash to you or from you, but it's yours. So rental, like let's look at the rental side of this thing. Real estate, the rental market in the United States tracked across the last 50 plus years. I think it was like 65 years just went up. So that means if you bought a rental property, preferably apartment buildings, I like multifamily apartment buildings, 10 units minimum or above, because that's a good scale. 10 families in under one roof is decent. You can manage that yourself, or you can get somebody else management. The more doors, the better, right? Their rent will continuously go up. It is tracked being able to go up, even in the shittiest markets where the market has crashed, where values have plummeted. If you had a rental property and you just held on to that and you knew, and the rent was continuously be paid by the other people, get it, cash flow. You can weather that storm and you can recover and you won't lose like everyone else. If it's just some property that you got, paper, no cash flow, no nothing like that, you don't know where the money's going to come from. The money can't come from you because you can't make any more money to cover it. That's a problem. So if you look at cash flow as a real estate performance, cash flow. I look at properties based on performance. I got a saying, cash flow don't guess. I don't have to guess if I'm looking at cash flow. Real estate investing as a strategy based on cash flow, multifamily stuff, apartment buildings, even commercial, I get it, but I deal in the multifamily primarily. That is a plus. That is a reason to invest. That's what makes this vehicle strong, right? Cash flow creates wealth. Cash flow creates value for you. That's the game. All right. Number 4, people will always need a place to live. Humans need housing. You get it? I don't know of a place where people don't need houses ever. I don't know, even if they don't have it, they still need it. They still need a roof over their head. They need a place to be. They're on land. Even if you live under a bridge, it's covered. If you are playing the game the way that I'm telling you to play the game as a real estate investor, as a business, you are buying property to provide housing for people because that is the service you provide, right? So knowing that real estate, that humans need housing, people need properties, people need a place to live. As a business, you will always be a business because human beings aren't going to be extinct. The jobs that are provided by human beings may, but even those people that are displaced will still need a place to live. So there'll always be work someplace, and they'll always need a place to live. Period. That's why this is also a great. Number 5, because that was 4, right? Number 4. Number 5, real estate provides financial freedom. Financial freedom is always going to be the king. Once you are financially free, you can help other people. And here's why I say that's important, because if you got cash flow that provides financial freedom for you and your family, you can now help more people, right? You can do more stuff. You provide more housing. And we're talking about ultimate financial freedom that outlasts your family, your kids, and all this other stuff. Make sure shit's coming in. That's called generational wealth, right? And cash flow. Oh, here's the deal with financial freedom. I know a lot of multimillionaires that are not financially free. They gotta work their ass off still. They don't have freedom to make choices. They make a lot of money, but no money's coming in because they don't focus on cash flow. And the cash flow cannot take care of their financial needs. So they are never free. The way that I'm telling you to do this game, the way that I do this game, why we're looking at larger apartment buildings, we sold all our assets, moved to California so we could play a bigger game, was because of the cash flow opportunity will satisfy the new financial freedom opportunities that I'm creating, because it will always go up. And I want to make sure that you understand that for yourself. So let's say you don't make a lot of money and it's easier for you to be financially free. And let's say you buy a 10-unit, 20-unit apartment building. Hypothetically, even if you don't know what you're doing, stick with me here because you can learn. There's enough information out there for you to do it. Or I can help you, whatever. Learn, get educated. You do this thing covers your nut at home. However many times you got to do it to cover your nut, cover your nut. Let's say you need $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month, financial freedom base. The property does that. All these families come together to pay the mortgage, to pay off all the debt. What's left over pays you for running this property and making sure people have what they need, making sure things good. You are financially free. Now you go and you start to elevate, you start to jump, because what I say this all the time. It's hard for me to even want or care about helping someone else when I can't eat. So the goal of the game here as a business is to create a business as real estate, being the vehicle that helps you and your family eat so you can help more people eat and help more people eat. Before you don't have to feed the damn world, right? That's the goal here. So financial freedom, become financial freedom, but become financially free. Don't just understand money. Let money work for you enough to where you become free so you can go off and make more money, get rich in this game, all right? So that's what they are. Number 1, there's no cap on how much money you can make. That's great, dude. That means that you can do this for as long as you want. You can make as much money as you want. You never need to quit. It never needs to stop. And you can just keep on going because it doesn't care who you are, right? And it doesn't have a limit. That's number 1. That's number 1 to me. It doesn't matter your race, nationality, background, nothing. No one's keeping you from it. If you don't do it, that's your story. And that's keeping you stuck. That's why you're broke. That's why you'll always be broke. If you have an out, if you have an out, you'll never have an in. I can't do it because I live in a bad neighborhood, or I'm black, or I'm white, and I'm not educated. I didn't go to college. I don't understand. People don't talk to me. People don't like me. That's an out. And you'll never get in with that out. All right? That's a headache for me. So next, number 2, it's real. It's real estate. It's a property. You can see it, smell it, touch it. It's not a joke. If the market crashes, you still have your property, right? If it's cash flowing, it'll still cover itself to where as it recovers. It's a real thing. You can sell the idea because people can see it, right? Next, it cash flows. You do it because it cash flows. It's rental income. The rental market has continued to go up in this country and will continue to go up in this country because people want to rent. They don't want to own all the time. They want flexibility and free. I rent. I don't own my own house. I haven't owned my own house in 17 years. I've owned a lot of property. I did over 100 houses in Hawaii and multifamily properties in Hawaii when I was there for the last 17 years. And I still didn't own my own house. I owned a lot of other things, right? I understand the difference between ownership and control, and I'll teach that to you. One of my mentors, Will DeKett, taught me that. And I really, really understood it. I'll share that lesson with you later on a different show. So next, so the cash flow pays for you, covers your stuff. Next, number 4, people will always need housing. People will always need a place to live. You will never be out of business if you're in the real estate business. You understand? And you'll always make money with it. People will always pay for a place to live, keep a roof over their family's head when you provide great housing for them, great apartment buildings, great place to live, great this, and allows them to live their life freely because you chose to get in the game. All right. Last but not least, number 5, it provides financial freedom. Financial freedom. Yes, you will make millions of dollars, but you can also tether it to being financially free. Ultimate financial freedom, indestructible income and wealth for you and your family to last for generations, dude. This vehicle does that for you. You may have a business that does it, but the day people change their minds about the shit that you do and or sell, they change their minds and that affects your income. Then you got to stay plugged in and you burn out. Man, you may not burn out, but you'll chase the carrot long enough for your legs to get tired. And I don't like getting tired. Real estate, I don't get tired. I'm a real estate junkie. I love looking at deals. I'm getting ready to go look at one now. Probably make a lot of feet on that. I love doing that stuff because I know worst case scenario, buying the right deal will make me financially free 10, 20, 100, 1,000 times over. Don't just be financially free once. Try to make it a game of financial freedom. How many times can you be financially free in your lifetime that if you lived let's say you lived 90 years and you were financially free, could you live 900 years, or 1,000 years, like Methuselah in the Bible? Could you live 1,000 years off the financial freedom that you create in one lifetime based on real estate investing and buying apartment buildings and all this other stuff? Dude, that'd be a crazy game. I'm gonna make that game. I'm gonna figure that out. I just came up with that with you guys. Thank you. How can I live how can I become Methuselah from the Bible that my financial freedom opportunity presents itself that if I live for 90 years 1,000 times, I'm still freaking good. Dude, real estate's awesome. Man, that should sell you on getting into this game with me. So look, if you're like some of my friends out there where you're either just getting into it, you've been into it for a long time, want to go to the next level, maybe you're in the military, maybe you got a job, maybe you got a high-paying job, and you're like, shit, dude, I got to be financially free, but I got to make $250,000 a year with cash flow and investing and returns from the money that I put down in my deals. How do I do that? I can share with you how to do that because I'm doing it too. All right. Whatever your situation is, if you have no money, a lot of money, no credit, a lot of great credit, no credibility, nobody knows who you are. You just graduated from high school. You're still in high school, but you got some gumption to yourself. You got the work ethic of a guy that's willing to put 20 times the effort versus the other people so you can dominate your space as an investor. This game, you can win it. Doesn't matter. Oh, man, I love it. You see how I get excited about it? Dude, I'm like a kid when it comes to this stuff because I love this stuff so much, man. I've been doing it for so long. This real estate investing saved my life. Saved my life. I don't know where I would be had it not been for this. For the people who helped me along the way, people I learned from, the people who cared enough about what they knew to write it down, teach to other people, and allow people like me to get out there that had nothing going for themselves to turn my life around, and the people's life around that were around me to at least be an inspiration for them. This is it. I want to also be that for you. So this is the very like why I feel real estate investing is the best vehicle. This is this thing. So for VBTV, this is Victor Bell Jr. Look, hit me up. Do a comment, something. Let me know what you think about this. And even if you have questions, you got concerns, I have other trainings that I want to share with you guys. I'll go through those trainings. Like you said, we negotiate, close, or lose. We have Buy or Die, a sales training program for buyers of real estate investors or people who need to negotiate their deals, right? Like you got to sell this idea. You're a salesperson, period, right? You got to know how to sell. We have the 20X effect. It is, for me, I learned this working with athletes and high performance people, soldiers, and all this other stuff. Like I saw the difference between people who won, people who lost, people who succeeded, and people who failed, even when they knew the same thing. The person who put in 20 times the effort, 20 times the energy, there was an effect on what they were able to create in their lives versus the other person. And I always knew that. And once this person got about 18 rounds of a thing, 18 hours of a thing, there's a breaking point in their mind that goes, look, I'm not going to quit. I'm already going. And then they just take off and no one can catch those people. So I came up with a concept called the 20X effect. Also within the lines of what I teach, like, dude, so if you want to explode, if you want to expand, if you want to grow in this business or any business, but if you really want to grow who you really are, the 20X effect, as well as the other trainings, the Buy or Die, Negotiate, Close, or Lose, and what was the other one? Be first. Be first. You can't buy anything if you ain't first. If I show up, pumped up, ready to go, all the different strategies to be able to get the deal done, you're last, you ain't getting the deal. Not in my world, not in my market. Business is, you have to see business as a sport. And if you're just looking to just play because you want to be on the field and high five and wear a jersey, I'm not. I'm looking across. I'm not going to push my team across the finish line, and we're looking to run the scoreboard up, like my man says. Dude, the only win is me dominating, 52-0. Let's go. I don't even feel bad, and I don't want you to feel bad either. So if you're going to treat real estate investing as a business, dominate your game. You want to be first. You want to know how to negotiate and close. You want to know how to buy or die. And if you don't buy anything, your business is dead. And you also know that you need to double down on the effort, and 20 times the effort, 20 times the energy. You're willing to play that game. My people that come to Belt Training Technologies, we train on that. We teach on that. We do live trainings, online trainings. We do video and virtual trainings, coaching stuff, man. I really push my people because I want you guys to be great. To your wins today. I'm playing this game for your wins because I want to win too, and I want all the crazies out there to want to win with me. All right, so just crazy people, just dudes who want to succeed, right? So this is Victor Bell saying to your wins today, man. I want you to get out there, hustle, knock this out. Stay tuned for our next show for VBTV, which is the Victor and Sharon show, and my wife and I will go over the fallacy of the difference between a couple that's a real estate investing, whether you're an entrepreneur or whatever, how you actually play the game. There's always the question like, where's balance? Do you guys balance? How do you find balance in pushing really hard at what you guys do and running a family and stuff? And we have an answer for that and how we've been able to do it and stay super connected. Why I love my life and why I love my wife, my family, my kids, because they support what I do. And I'll teach you guys how to go about doing that as well. At least you'll get Sharon and I's opinion on that. And it varies. All right, man. So look, thanks so much for tuning in to today's VBTV for this live broadcast. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys. I'm looking forward to helping you guys. If you guys have any questions, anything I can help out with, man, feel free. All right. Love you guys. Wage war today. To your wins, guys. Let's get this done.